What's up everyone, Kaze no What If is here with What If a Soul was sent into One Piece verse. Before we start, if you like the video, like it, share with your friends, comment, and let's start the video. Let's go, we're finally back. Sorry for the wait. I had to take a long needed break after graduation, but now, I'm back on top of things. I should be able to stick to the schedule now, if not I'll let it be known. No, I don't own One Piece, and this is also not the greatest fanfic of all time. This Bites will always hold that title. Responding to comments. Praise the Sun 63, yeah, giving her a multi-devil fruit was a strange idea. I just decided to give her the Wraith abilities but based off Elturel while I'm based off the Nazgul. I originally wasn't going to change it, but things happen. A few months later, the door to my room was forced open. In walked a young woman. She had long black hair and a pair of daggers on her sides. She wore an all-pink top with an iron waistband. The top was short enough that it showed off her midriff, which was covered slightly by a fishnet shirt she had underneath. She wore fishnet gloves with iron armbands that for some reason were covered in her transformation. She wore a short skirt accompanied by fishnet leggings that showed off her legs. She wore steel boots with leather bottoms to complete the look. Might have over-explained, but nothing wrong with too much information. The woman that had walked in was Kurogari, who was finally comfortable enough with being in her normal state instead of her partial transformation. Jay, wake up. Breakfast is ready, we have a long day ahead of us, and since this is our last day here we might as well do it right. When I didn't immediately move, she began shaking me. I know you're awake. I felt your annoyance and how unwilling you are to get up. Due to the similarities in our fruits, we have the ability to tell what the other is feeling if it's not being guarded. I turned over, staring directly into her eyes. Why should I? This is our last day, I'd rather sleep it away. Kurogari stared at me with a spark of mischief in her eyes. Oh, so that's what's going on. Huh, what are you talking about? I asked nervously. Kurogari smiled. You don't want to get up cause you're having a little morning problem. Do you need my help? She began laughing. Fuck out of here, I shouted. It'll go down with time. I turned back around, burying myself deeper into the blankets. Ah, look, he's embarrassed. Kurogari teased before walking out the room. One of these days I'm gonna kill her, I thought, bloodlust enveloping my feelings. You couldn't kill me if you tried, she shouted from the hallway, laughing again. A couple minutes later, after the problem was gone, I went downstairs and was greeted by simple pancakes. Nice of you to join us, Jay, Kozumi greeted. I heard you were having a little problem, did you take care of it on your own? I shot a glare at Kurogari, who was trying her hardest to hold back her laughter. Actually no, I didn't take care of it, it took care of itself. Kurogari could no longer hold back and began laughing as loud as she possibly could. Kozumi shook her head, giving me that look. It's not healthy to hold back, I may be old but I can help if you'd like, Kozumi offered. The second I heard that, I flashed across the table and tackled Kurogari to the floor. I then leaned down until I was next to her ear. Try some shit like this again and we gon' have some problems. Kurogari smirked. You're being awfully bold right now, aren't you? Did you ever stop to think about how this looks to outsiders? I looked around the room, seeing the animals covering their faces peeking out between their paws, as well as the ones from outside peeking through the window. Jay, I must ask that if you wanted to do that you could have at least got a room first, Kozumi stated. I immediately got off Kurogari and used Shadow Walk to get back to my chair and begin eating. After I finished, I left the room and began making my way down to the island. Before I got very far, I felt a vast amount of bloodlust. In seconds I was being held at blade point. Don't threaten me, Jay. We both know how this ends. You may rule at night, but during the day I hold the power. I turned around to face her before laughing. I rule at night, huh? Are you aware of how that sounds? I asked. She was in her partial transformation, her yellow eyes shining beautifully in contrast to the black sclera. She flushed slightly embarrassed. "That's not what I meant," she shouted. "Yeah, I know. Let's go, we gotta head down to town, let's help out a bit before heading out," I told her before jumping from the island. Now there's something fun about jumping off a man-made sky island. You would think that anyone dumb enough to do it would die, however that doesn't apply to Kara and I. What makes this so fun is crashing down in the middle of town, surprising the island residents. "Hello people. The Emperor has arrived," I shouted, my arms spread wide in a very Luffy-like pose. Kuragari ran up to me before hitting me into the floor. "Can you stop doing that?" she yelled. The surrounding citizens began to laugh, having seen a lot of this over the months. "Geez Kara, it's not that serious." I stood up, brushing my clothes off before standing upright. "Alright people, y'all have us for the rest of the day. If you need anything just ask." For the rest of the day we helped the civilians with random tasks. Delivering food across town or being a wingman was the main thing I had to deal with. It was quite unfortunate that ordinary women in this world love power. Even though my looks were average at best, for some reason I kept attracting all the girls I was supposed to help someone impress. At the end of the day we stopped by the local restaurant to eat before leaving. "Jay," a young teen boy called out. "What is it?" I asked as I turned around. "Daiki, normal villager, LV. 10. This young man dreams of becoming a pirate, but because he was stuck here he could never accomplish that dream. Age 16. Could you take me with you on your way out? I want to sail the seas but I can't do that here," he asked. "I'm sorry but the rules of this island must be upheld. If you learn the water walk technique then Master will come down and help you. If you want to be a pirate that's your best option. I won't go against her rules." "Okay," he replied, a little sad that he couldn't leave. "I'll see you out there someday. Learn the technique and come find me out on sea. I'd like to see how much you progressed." I reached my hand out. He immediately brightened up and shook my hand. "Right, the next time you see me I'll be a legendary pirate," he shouted excitedly. I turned and walked out the gate and was met by Joseph. "Don't forget about us once you make it big. We may not be the toughest people, but if I hear anything about you insulting us village guards then I'll hunt you down." I nodded. "You ain't gotta worry about that. You guys were my best training partners on this island. I just wish I could have learned that poison immunity skill. Hopefully I can come back to visit one day." With that Kuragari and I vanished out of sight. A whistle could be heard from the sky and all the sea kings within this part of the calm belt rose from the ocean, granting us a path to walk through. Once we reached the end we were face to face with Sea Angel. "Hey Dada, thanks for all the help. I'll see you again, hopefully." I bowed to him. Kuragari decided to take a different approach by using Spirit Step to get up to its head. She began to pet the giant creature. "You better not forget us. I'll tell Master if you do." Sea Angel nodded before bending down, revealing 2 items on his head. "What are these?" I asked. He moved forward until his head touched mine. "Don't be alarmed, this is a version of telepathy I learned as I got older. These 2 items were created by Master, they hold my will inside of it. By wearing these all Sea Kings will bow upon seeing it," he told us. Kuragari used her Spirit Step to take the white necklace before appearing next to me with the black one. "Thanks Angel, we'll take good care of them, here Jay." The second we put it on, a roar could be heard across the planet. On the other side of the world a certain island was disturbed by this. "You mean to tell me the Sea Kings have risen from the sea for no reason?" "Yes, it was only a moment but I think they were frightened. Only an emperor-level being could scare all those beasts at once. Improve security, it seems that today marks the start of something amusing." "Yes ma'am." The young woman turned to the rest of the gathered people. The Empress has spoken, she said, to improve our security. No one can enter this island without permission. Right away. They all shouted as they dashed off. Back on our side of the comm belt, Sea Angel's sweat dropped. Geez, it seems like my mother may be a bit mad that I gave a human our authority, he thought. We waved goodbye and left the comm belt. East Blue. I took out my AirPods in preparation for the long run to try and find Luffy's island. Here, Kara, I said as I tossed the left one to her. Thanks. She nodded. We placed them in, letting the music play. Dizzy 8, Ice. Listen, I feel like a prodigy, look at these feats I'm accomplishing. Immediately we took off, dashing across the water. They take one look at my size and that leave M surprise cause my skill gain acknowledgement. Give me a year and I'm topping M, you try to sun me, I'm popping M. The water splashed around as we ran, creating a small gap in the water. Don't get too cocky or confident, think it's a game till you faced with a consequence. Watch me cook up, got the recipe, I leave M shook when they stepped to me. A small wave rose from the water behind us, about twice the height we were. Immediately we jumped up on top of the wave, letting it take us forward. Don't get too bold, boy, it's too cold, you might freeze up standing NXT to me. I got M asking what's next for M, listen, advancement my specialty. I'm trying to stack up my assets, invest in myself as I double my equity. The wave grew and grew, eventually smashing against a rock and dissipating as we jumped off. We dashed forward once more. Our running was perfectly in sync. From the way she was feeling, I could tell she was enjoying the music. I get to the point, I don't waste time. Playing with your life, trying to take mine. I came from a place where it ain't fine. I'm cut from a cloth that you can't find. I'm a young boss, call me captain. He think he a match, boy you capping. I'm done with the talking, I came for that action. You just a fraction, get divided with your faction. Hey Jay, I needed to talk to you about something. This isn't a bad time, is it? Said the voice in the AirPods. What the hell? Kojika. Why the hell did you stop us before the chorus? I shouted. So I'm guessing it is a bad time? She said questioningly. Yes. I yelled. I swear to ya you did it on purpose. Huh. No. I just needed to tell you something important. And don't swear to ya, I'm the god here, so swear to me. She said pridefully. You, a god, that's the dumbest thing I've heard all day. I stated. Hey Jay. Who is this and what's with all the god stuff? Don't tell me she has a god complex. Kuragari asked. Ryahaha. I roared. She said it was a god complex. Ain't no way. That's perfect. Kara, you're 100% correct, she has a god complex. Good job. Wait, what? A god complex? I am a god. What do you mean a god complex? Kojika complained. Oh, it's even worse than I thought. Kuragari shook her head, it was clear that she was disappointed. Ryahaha. Yep, got my own One Piece laugh, though I had to make sure there wasn't a character with one similar, so it took me a bit. For those confused, it's pronounced Ray. J. I swear to me, if you don't explain this to her, I'll have you in front of ya in less time than it takes for you to blink. Kojika shouted, a thunderstorm appearing above us, causing massive waves to start forming all around us. I will, just, give me a sec. I said as my laughter slowly calmed down. Kara, this is Kojika, the god that sent me to this world. Kuragari's face went blank for a few moments. So you were serious when you said all that? I thought you were just a bit crazy. So you're actually from another world? Kuragari said. Yep, and I'm the lovely god that sent him here. Kojika exclaimed. Yeah, who the hell cares? You can be a god all you want. I apologize if it sounds like. I don't care, but honestly I don't. Kuragari said flatly. I erupted into laughter again and Kojika began to get frustrated. Do you want the fucking information or not? Why yeah I do. What is it? I asked, trying to withdraw my laughter once again. This is serious, so stop running for a bit. She ordered. We stopped by on a nearby island and sat down to listen to what she had to tell us. So what happened? I asked. The problem is, I no longer have complete control over this world. She told us. And what does that mean? Kuragari asked. How the fuck did you lose control over your own world? I followed. Kojika went silent for a bit. Well, what is it? I asked impatiently. I took a small nap. When I woke up my world was tampered with and part of my authority was taken away. She explained. This is exactly why I said to stay the hell up. I know damn well you gods don't need sleep. I yelled. Yeah, we may not need it, but it allows us to explore other worlds by possession. I just wanted to have a little fun in another world. Usually losing control of the world could be fixed by yeah, but apparently he's asleep. I was beginning to get very irritated. Why the hell is he sleeping? No one knows, but maybe he's off on vacation. Kojika offered. Isn't that gonna upset the balance with hell? Isn't Satan or whoever gonna attack y'all? I asked. Her voice faltered for a second. Well, the funny thing is, I threw my fist at the nearest tree, completely destroying it. Stop stopping in the middle of sentences and get on with it. Geez, fine, I'll just say it. She's asleep too. She shouted. You know what, I'm not even gonna ask anymore. What does this have to do with your world being fucked up? Also, why the hell should we care? Kuragari asked. Well, there's been a bit of a mix-up and some of the souls from hell escaped and started interfering in lesser worlds. We usually can handle it, but I fell asleep and they got in. They appear as normal human beings, but they all have their special abilities. I need you to hunt them down for me. I can't interfere with them and I can't even identify them. I can tell you where they are but not their abilities. She told me. So because you're fuck up I gotta waste my time hunting random people? I questioned her, though rightfully a bit irritated. Jason's helping out as well. I wasn't the only one affected by this, other worlds are having the same problem, but most have someone there to handle that. Will you please help me just this once? Fine, I'll help your useless ass. Where's the first target? I asked. I need you to infiltrate a ship and find her. She isn't too far from here, don't expose yourself too early. Alright. Kara, let's go. I sprinted off. On my way. Kara replied as she followed. 30 minutes later, on a ship in the middle of the East Blue. I can never get used to suits. Who the hell designed these things? I complained. Kuragari laughed from beside me. It isn't that bad, besides we needed to complete the mission. Why couldn't we just blow up the ship? Now we gotta attend this annoying party while waiting for our target to show up. We couldn't blow it up because of the civilians. How about you join me in a dance? There's a good spot near the stairs. She offered. Fine, we'll do as you suggested. I can't dance for shit though. I said as I grabbed her hand and walked over to the empty area. Kuragari smiled. No worries, I'll take the lead, just follow after me. Alright. I entered my partial transformation, changing my white suit to a black one. Kuragari followed after her, tight dress changing from black to white and yellow. In our normal forms we can sense the emotion the other is feeling and the intensity of that emotion. After transformation it intensifies to the point where we can more or less read each other's thoughts. Though we can only read the thoughts that are on the surface. Our dance began as the music changed. Our movements weren't the best, but they were perfectly in sync, creating a new kind of dance. The dance started attracting attention and our eyes attracting even more. Our audience watched in both awe and fear. They were the standard middle class of East Blue. They had never seen devil fruit users before, so this was new to them. The music changed, it was a faster song. Our steps followed it step by step as we sped up. The movement started to look less and less like a dance, eventually looking like a show of power between the two dancing. At least that's how it was viewed from the outside. "Hey Kara, what kind of dance is this?" I asked her through my thoughts. "How the fuck am I supposed to know? I'm just going with the flow at this point," she replied. "Well, it seems we're attracting a bit of attention," I told her. "I guess you're right, let's finish this off," she said as she sped up, turning and spinning, changing the flow of our dance once more. The steps we took started to intertwine as it became a clash of light and dark. Eventually the clash slowly calmed down until it created a perfect balance between the two. To those from the outside, the dance took shape. On the dance floor, with the way we spun, a symbol slowly formed. As we abruptly started, for just a brief instant, yin and yang was shown to everyone present. Light and darkness not nullifying each other but rather pushing each other forward. "Fuck was that? Why did you speed up all of a sudden?" I shouted internally. "My bad, we had to finish it off with style," she replied. The sound of applause echoed around us. The faces of the surrounding citizens lost all signs of fear, and in its place was admiration. "Such an exciting dance, where did you learn it?" said Guy 1. "Excuse me sir, but if you're willing I'd like to be yours." Girl 1. "Miss, you were beautiful out there, how would you like a drink?" "We can discuss your skill, my treat of course." Guy 2. "If you two are dating I don't mind. I just want one night." Girl 2. I bowed to the crowd. "I am truly sorry, but my companion and I won't be accepting any of those requests nor answer any questions. I'm sure you understand." A teenage girl walked up behind us and passed us briefly before retreating up the stairs. "Oh my god. This guy is loaded. There's a good amount of belly here," the teenage girl said. "Excuse me miss. Would you like to explain why you thought you could rob me?" I asked her. "Huh? What are you talking about? I did no such thing," she replied. "Oh really? Then I guess this bag of cash doesn't belong to you?" I asked as I held up a bag of money. "Wait, that's mine," she shouted. "Give it back." "All right." I threw her bag to her before retrieving my wallet. "Thanks." I began walking away but was suddenly stopped by the same girl. "Wait, you can't go. Who the hell are you? You weren't here when the ship left the harbor, so how did you get here?" she asked. Immediately a flash of light appeared behind the teenage girl before tackling her to the floor and dragging her off. In the other room. "Kara, who told you to do that?" "Sorry Jay, I thought she was a threat." "She isn't a threat. I know this girl, remove her bindings." "All right." Karagari removed the girl's binding, who sat up frowning. "What do you mean you know me?" the girl asked. "Well Nami, it'd be improper of me to not know if you're a masterful thief who uses her cunning to steal from pirates. I'm guessing you know of me as well?" I questioned. "No, I'm not aware of who you are, but the skull and crossbones on your right shoulder proves you're a pirate," she replied. "I'm guessing you're some low-rank pirate." "Well no. The name is Jay, Wraith Emperor Jay. Does that ring a bell? You're the guy who was spotted in each of the blues. Marked as a threat due to being able to appear seemingly anywhere and also walk on water. What do you want?" she asked coldly, her hatred for pirates on full display. "Not a thing," I told her. "Kara, let's go." I then sent a thought to her. She's supposed to be a future crewmate of the captain I plan to join. We can't mess with the story too much asterisk. Kuragari nodded. We vanished, returning back to the party. Once we were back to the party, I activated Wraith World and was immediately attracted to a different color wraith. Turning to it, I saw a woman with a black wraith almost exactly like mine, but instead of the flame-like appearance mine had, hers was that of wind swirling around in a vortex. Also, instead of a black and white shade, hers was black and purple. "Excuse me, miss, would you mind if I sit here?" I asked the woman. "Not at all, you may sit where you like. This is a party after all," she smoothly replied. "Why, thank you. I must ask, what island do you come from?" I asked her. She giggled. "Trying to get into my pants already, huh? I come from an island off the coast of Logetown, I'm sure you know of it. From the skull and crossbones on your shoulder, I assume you're a pirate?" I touched the symbol on my left shoulder while smiling. "Yes, I am. I've always loved the idea of freedom." The woman smiled, though hers appeared a bit dark. "I love freedom myself. The ability to do what I like when I like is the greatest pleasure, that's why I must apologize for your untimely death." In an instant she was in front of me, her hand raised to my face. "Dance with death," she whispered as a dark energy enveloped my whole being before vanishing completely. "Wait, what happened? Why aren't you dead?" I had felt nothing and thought that maybe she misfired, but suddenly a notification popped up in front of me. Wraith Emperor J, Pirate, LV. 50. Immunities, Spiritual Attacks, Darkness, and Shadow-based Techniques. Final 2 granted on first death. Oh, so not only the 20% increase, but I was also granted new immunities. Did I get these because my Wraith abilities are based on darkness? That's the most likely case. Will I get new immunities in the future, or is this all I get? Asterisk, I thought to myself. I then returned my full attention to the women in front of me. "I'm sorry, but it seems I'm immune to any attack related to darkness," I told her. The look on her face changed to one of horror. Immediately a dome appeared around us. Damn it! What he said was true, the Wraith faction has returned to this world. "I'm sorry, but you'll have to die here. I can't let you regain that Wraith strength." "The hell is this dome?" I asked. "It blocks interaction from the outside. I need to kill you here before you gain enough strength. Oh, and don't worry, I know about your abilities, after death you'll come back over and over. I'll just keep killing you until your time is up," she said menacingly. I checked my Wraith world, realizing that I still had a clone on the outside that I could teleport to. Guess I'll do what I can to stall here while Kara sets up the trap, I thought before returning the menacing stare. "Are you prepared to die? You guys all have the same weakness, you're useless in the dark." The dome surrounding us was flooded with a dark energy, cutting off all forms of light. I was very confused because for someone who knows all my abilities, she was dumb enough to make it dark. I smiled. "There seems to be a misunderstanding, I'm much better in the dark." She laughed at that. "Stop lying, the being inside you never owned an ability like that," she replied. This brought me into deep thought. Asterisk, it seems she doesn't know all of my abilities, or maybe my abilities are different due to willpower and me thinking there's something else. In this world your abilities are based on a word. I guess I took that word differently. Asterisk. Immediately I rushed forward and attacked. I feinted a punch at her torso before immediately switching to a kick that knocked her back. "Oh, come on now, is that all you got?" I asked mockingly. "Where is this power coming from? Is he actually stronger in the dark, or was he holding back before?" Asterisk, she vanished from sight, appearing at my side with a light kick. "Ah, that tickled a bit. Good job." I retaliated with a punch to her stomach, causing her to stagger and gasp for air. I might have to learn this dome technique myself. I feel powerful right now. It's a pity I'll have to send you to hell before you can see my rise to fame. I kicked her once more, sending her flying into the dome. Shadow walk, I whispered, appearing in front of her before connecting with a devastating punch to the face. Perfect time to learn. I put my hand on the dome wall, feeling the darkness within it before drawing some into me. So that's how it works. What's up with all this bloodlust? Is the darkness doing this to him? Asterisk, the woman asked herself before immediately having to duck a right hook. She jumped back, repositioning herself. Asterisk, I can't turn it off yet. If that man sees this fight, then he'll know and come to take us all out. I have to regain my strength before finding him. This world weakened me far too much. Asterisk, she shook her head, probably to clear her thoughts. Alright, guess I'll show off all the power I can currently call upon. The air within the dome started swirling around the woman before seemingly vanishing into her body. You may have the advantage in strength, but how are you gonna hit something you can't touch? I flashed forward, attacking her, but my fist simply passed through her body. What the hell? Other than Zoans, I can copy the abilities of any devil fruit in existence. I am a high-ranking demon after all. She replied. I analyzed the technique from the feeling of darkness, realizing that it wasn't much different than the properties of Wraith Cloak. Yeah, you can copy abilities, but they all form from dark energy, am I right? That means that even though you have those abilities, you can't attack me with them because of my immunity. Also, you're wrong about something. My hands took on a white/black glow. I punched again, this time connecting and sending her flying again. Logia or not, you can still get this ass whooping. My energy, his attacks are draining my strength. Asterisk, she thought. You are just full of surprises. Unfortunately, if we keep fighting, I'll probably lose, so I'll take my leave now. She dome surrounding us disappeared and she began running towards the nearest window. Where do you think you're going? Light cage. A voice called out as a mass of light gathered in an area before forming the shape of a cage, trapping the woman inside it. Turning to the voice, I saw Kuragari walking forward with a smile on her face. Good catch, I shouted. Thanks, she replied before appearing next to me. Damn it, you're back too. It seems the two wraiths have joined together. I'll be back. Dark energy swirled in the cage before it escaped through the cracks, leaving the body behind. In another realm, a being awoke from a nap. God damn it, wait, no, fuck the gods, why the hell do I care about them? She shouted. Welcome back, my lord. How was your nap? A dark figure asked. Horrible, the wraiths have returned and joined up. I also couldn't find the second commander. We must find him, this threat is bigger than hell. The woman said. Go out to the world and find the prisoners. While you're down there, deal with those two pests if you can. I'll be taking another nap, I'll be invading another world. Everything shall be as you will it, my lord. The figure bowed. Good, make sure to bring me back all the details, Inma. The woman said. Of course, as the queen of hell, your will shall be fulfilled, Lady Nadas. The figure disappeared. The woman grinned. Now what world is next? She looked through the vast majority of worlds. Oh, this one will be fun. She then drifted off to sleep once more. After the woman's disappearance, we woke the girl she possessed, who returned to the newly ignited party. After that, we decided that we should get some rest. We had exhausted way too much energy in that fight and couldn't even talk all too well. The next morning. Hey Jay, wake up! Kuragari shouted. The party was still going on. It wasn't a one-night thing. Unfortunately, it takes much longer to sail from port to port than one may think. I rolled over to face her. Stop shouting, I'm awake, we don't need sleep anymore. My energy recovered overnight, I was just resting my eyes. Sure. Now get up and let's go. We should probably leave this ship today so we can find your captain's island. She said impatiently. I rolled over until falling off the bed in an effort to wake myself up. After slowly standing up, I walked over to her and placed my hand on her shoulder. Hell no, I may stay here and enjoy the party. "Who the hell are you talking about?" she asked. My eyes shifted, turning dark as a shadowy aura enveloped my figure. I had not gained any extra power from my fight with the woman, but I got a better handle on my darkness. "By Kara," I said flatly before I disappeared in a swarm of darkness. Karagari stood there for a moment. This bastard actually plans on staying here, she realized in disbelief. Light enveloped her, changing her clothing to yellow and gray. She then followed my example and left the area in a flash of light. The room was once again filled with people dancing and partying in a classy way. I made my way over to a table and grabbed a drink. The options were either sake or lemonade. I wasn't a drinker, so my option was clear. "Jay!" Karagari shouted. I waited for her to approach me before replying. "What is it?" I asked. "Why the hell are we waiting? Why don't we just leave?" "Simple, it's because we're waiting for our captain to find us. Nami is on this ship, this means that the story starts soon, we just don't know when," I told her. "Really? So we're just expected to sit here for a couple days?" "Nope, you haven't noticed, have you?" Outside on the deck, 2 sailors were staring out at the whirlpool. "Whoa," Sailor 1 said. The sound of something hitting the ship could be heard, and as they looked down, beneath them was a single barrel. Back on the inside, Karagari stood confused. "Noticed what?" Across from us, what appeared to be a marine of some sort was talking to a young man dressed in green. "No worries. A whirlpool of that size poses no problem to this ship." I smiled, my aura flaring up as I grew more excited. "It seems that the show starts now," I told her. Standing by the window was the same young girl from yesterday. However, instead of looking out the window, she was glaring at 2 individuals. Asterisk, those filthy no-good pirates. Why the hell are they still here? First they mess up yesterday's party and now they're back for more. If I ever get the chance, I'll rob them for all they're worth. Asterisk. The young man in green had finished his talk with the marine when he spotted a beautiful girl by the window and decided to approach her. "Miss. Miss. Miss." he called until finally she looked at him. "Oh, sorry about that, I was zoning out a bit," Nami said. "What can I do for you?" "I was going to ask you if I may have this dance," he replied. Nami smiled before offering her hand and smiling. "Guess I'll dance with him, it'll get my mind off those annoying pirates." Back outside, the sailors were getting ready to grab the barrel. "Where's the rope?" one asked. "It's right beneath you, dumbass," the other replied. The first sailor looked down. "So it is." He picked up the rope and started swinging it around. "All right," he shouted as he threw it in and missed. "Wow, you suck," the other said. "I'll get it this time," he replied, throwing it again and missing just to follow up with another miss. "Not again." "What are you doing? You suck," a young man shouted from the crow's nest. The man then saw something in the corner of his eye and turned to see a ship, but he couldn't quite see what ship it was just yet. The 2 sailors finally successfully hooked the barrel and started to bring it up. "This thing is heavy," the first said. "Must be filled with booze, then," the second replied. "It's all ours now." Meanwhile, the lookout was freaking out. Unintentional rhyme, just deal with it. From behind a small island, the ship came into full view. The young man began to sweat. "Ship off the starboard stern. There's a pirate flag on its mast. It's a pirate ship. Enemy raid. Enemy raid." The 2 sailors abandoned their booze and started running. The sound of cannon fire could be heard as 3 cannonballs sailed towards the ship, hitting the water and causing the ship to shake. The passengers started to freak out, all except 5. The first 2 were Karagari and I. The third was Nami, who had her own plans, while the fourth was her partner, who was determined to look cool in front of her, much unlike the original. The final one was the single marine on board. Captain! Pirates! The two sailors shouted as they ran into the dining hall. Damn it! The Marine whispered. I can't even enjoy my time on this ship, are you for real? Fuck it, I'll let the Wraith Emperor handle this one, while they're at it I'll continue to enjoy my vacation. I gotta head back to the Grand Line after this and I'm not wasting my time dealing with some weak pirates. The man that had spoken was a vice admiral who was famous in the Grand Line. My eyes darted towards the man whose level had a quick spike before going back down. That man is dangerous, he's not an ordinary Marine, for some reason though he looks familiar. Normally walking around I'm immediately alerted to levels, I can feel the strength of those around me. So I immediately knew the man was strong when I got on the ship, but I never checked his name because that requires me to close my eyes and focus on him. Right as I was about to check his level, Kuragari grabbed my shoulder. I can tell what you're thinking, but don't check his name. He may have advanced haki and we don't want to anger him. If he's calmed down that means he'll let us handle it. I nodded. Alright, well let's go watch the show. The captain of the ship proceeded to take command in evacuating the civilians as I observed the situation with Nami. Pirates, huh? Most pirates do have treasure. I guess I have my next paycheck. Nami smiled. The look didn't go missed by her partner. Smiling in this situation? Who is she? He thought. Seeing Nami run off, I knew immediately that she was going to go steal some treasure. Me knowing the future events knew that even if she gathered enough it wouldn't matter. With that being said, I decided I could use some treasure myself. Kara, how about we split up and handle our current situation? I offered. Alright, but how should we handle this situation? She asked. By having fun. I let darkness swarm around me. Try not to kill anyone, I said as I disappeared. On the enemy ship. Fire! The man yelled, firing off 3 more cannonballs and watching most miss their mark. A woman dressed in cowboy-like attire stood proudly. She was overweight with clothing that looked like it barely fit her. Kobe! The woman called. A young boy with pink hair and blue glasses stood behind her. Why yes, ma'am. The boy was clearly frightened. Who's the most beautiful of all on these seas? The woman asked. The young boy Kobe seemed quite used to this question by now. This ship's captain, Alvida-sama, of course. He lied. It was quite clear to all that were present that she was not as she liked to think. The woman was a far cry from Boa, so she had no right to that title. The woman's smile grew larger and larger. Ha 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 ha. She cackled as she slammed her mace into the ground. This is the only reason I keep this kid around. He can appreciate beauty when he sees it. The woman Alvida thought. Well done. She praised. Thank you. Kobe responded. A man with a yellow v-neck and a thigh mustache took this opportunity to speak. Alvida-sama. This is our first prey in a while. That's right. Alright. Start pounding the ship. Alvida commanded. The crew let out a war cry and fired off another cannon. This time the cannonball connected, hitting the main mast, causing it to fall. The ship shook violently, causing the barrel that the sailors had brought up, the one that held booze, to roll away into a door leading below deck. It then hit an open door and rolled into one of the rooms, where it would remain until discovered. I had been following Nami. She had hurriedly escaped the party and started dashing through the ship. Once outside, she ran to the edge to look out over it, but the enemy ship caused her to immediately retreat back in. The ship pulled up beside the larger vessel as the pirates threw ropes hooking the two ships together. Alvida raised her club into the air. Men! Show them the terror of Iron Club. Alvida, the woman pirate. Alvida ordered as she threw her club forward, pointing at the other ship. The pirates roared and began rushing the ship, using the ropes to get on board. As they rushed forward, there was only 2 people left on the pirate ship. The pink-haired boy was standing there trembling in fear holding one of the ropes. "Kobe. What are you doing?" Alvida asked. I am not good at this sort of thing." Kobe stammered. Alvida, hearing this, paced towards him angrily. Are you trying to give me back talk?" the woman asked threateningly. The boy's eyes grew wider with fear. Please, anything but the club," the boy pleaded. "Then get your ass in gear," Alvida shouted as she kicked the flailing boy, sending him flying. Kobe slammed face first into the wall, somehow not breaking his glasses or hurting his face all that much. He clenched his face for a second before hearing a battle cry from Alvida. As he turned around, he saw the huge woman jump from her ship and come crashing down towards him. Kobe hurriedly ducked as Alvida flew over him, crashing through the wall. Despite the woman's size, she was surprisingly nimble. As the dust cleared, Alvida was shown laying among a pile of shattered wood, not a scratch on her. The pirates has successfully gathered up all the passengers, keeping them at bay with their weapons. "We won't take your lives, but we will take all your valuables," the mustached man said. "Anyone who tired to fight back will wind up at the bottom of the whirlpool out there," Alvida said as she walked up to the frightened passengers. The vice admiral, who was still enjoying his meal, looked up from his seat. This ought to be interesting, he thought as he continued chewing. The pirates began to laugh because of how well everything was going. Nami, who creeped back outside, smiled. She then ripped off the dress, somehow taking off the earrings and putting on a bandana, all in that split second. "How the hell does that work?" I asked myself. On top of that, the dress just completely disappeared into the void. One Piece truly is a strange world. "Hello," Kobe said as he peeled into one of the rooms. "There's no one in here, right?" he asked, mostly to himself. What a relief. He sighed as he noticed he was the only one there. He spotted the barrel of booze, commenting on its size before walking up to it. Though he believed he was in the room alone, someone was watching him from one of the corners. What the hell is a kid doing playing at being a pirate? Kuragari wondered. Back on deck, Nami was making her way to the other ship in her search for treasure. "Alright, not much longer and I'll be there," she thought as she prepared to open a door that led to the inside. Before she even touched the handle, a man appeared from inside. Spotting her almost immediately. "Who are you? Never seen you before." The man looked closer, trying to figure out who it was. Before suddenly a kick came at his most private area. If the kick had connected, he would have probably passed out. However, instead of that, the man caught the kick. "Aw, now that ain't nice. You tryna make my family jewels useless, huh?" The man pulled a dagger out from his back pocket. That's not what happened in the original. She was supposed to have easy access to the treasure. I smiled. Guess the pirates in East Blue grew slightly stronger thanks to new threats. I'll have to use the situation to my advantage. I moved closer so that I could intervene when needed. Back inside with Kuragari. She was watching the young boy struggle with the barrel that she knew wasn't full of booze. What the hell is that kid doing inside a barrel? She could see the outline of his wraith with her own wraith world. Though hers didn't give any information on who the person was, like my own did. At that moment, 3 men walked into the room. One of them confronted him. "Hey, Kobe. Are you hiding out in a place like this again?" "And no. I thought I'd haul this big barrel of alcohol over." The frightened boy began to explain before immediately being interrupted by laughter. "Oh, don't worry about it, we'll lighten it for ya," one said. "I was just feeling thirsty," the other followed. Kobe began to panic. "You can't. Alvida-sama will kill us if she finds out." The men were beginning to get impatient. "Then you just need to keep your mouth shut," one of them shouted. "Right, Kobe." Kobe gave in, deciding not to anger them. "Why, yes. You're right. Hold on, I'll open it right now." Kuragari, who was waiting to see what happened, noticed something. *O. Seems like the kid inside is awake. He doesn't seem all that strong. Maybe I should help him out. Right as the man swung his fist down, Kuragari vanished forward and was about to stop the man when she saw the boy inside bust out of the barrel, hitting one of the men and knocking them out. She stood there stunned in disbelief. This scrawny boy was actually that strong. If that's him just waking up from a nap, then I wonder how strong he actually is. She finally focused once more, catching Luffy's words about how great he slept, and realized that her cover was blown. Luffy looked around. Huh? Who are you guys? He asked, turning until he had Kuragari and the two men in his sight. Kobe also seemed confused about her presence and decided to just watch. No, who are you? The two men shouted. My name is Kuragari. She told him calmly, even though inwardly she was freaking out about her mistake. How the hell did I let my cover get blown? Some ninja I am. Luffy looked down at the unconscious guy on the floor. That guy's gonna catch a cold if he sleeps there, you know. You did that? The two men cried, frustrated at his stupidity. Okay, so this guy is an idiot. Maybe I can make him think I was here the entire time. Kuragari walked over and stood by Kobe, who was looking at her questioningly. Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt anybody, she assured him. The two men brought out their weapons, pointing them at Luffy. Are you toying with us even when you know we're pirates? Kuragari frowned. Some pirates they are. I could beat them without a weapon, and I'm horrible at hand-to-hand. Man, I'm hungry. You got any food? Luffy asked her. Kuragari checked her wraith world, searching through the rooms. There's a food pantry not far from here, she told him. The two pirates were getting more and more frustrated. Listen when people are talking. You damn kid. They raised their swords before swinging them down, aiming for Luffy's head. Luffy turned around. Die! They shouted. Kuragari flashed forward, removing her daggers from their holsters, and countered both blades, breaking them in half. The two men fell to the floor, terrified. Her eyes now changed, becoming a glowing yellow, and in her kunoichi gear. She had removed the dress as soon as she left the party. Sorry boys, but I can't let you harm an innocent boy. What's the big idea? Luffy asked the two men. Who are you two? They asked, frightened. Me. I'm Monkey D. Luffy. Nice to meet ya. Luffy told them, leaving Kura shocked. This is the guy Jay keeps going on about? But he's just a kid. Kuragari sighed, deciding that she'll just stop questioning my decisions. The two men ran from the room at full speed, leaving the three on their own. What just happened? Kobe asked, bewildered. What's with them? Luffy followed. Kobe immediately recovered. Run, hurry. If they come back with their friends, you'll be killed. Luffy shrugged it off. I sure am hungry. We can go to that food storage now if you want, Kuragari offered. How can you two be so carefree? There are still lots more of them up on deck. Food storage? Luffy said. Let's go. He shouted, dragging Kobe out the room as he followed. Alvida's ship. The man now had Nami pinned to the floor, ready to take her life. Any last words? Nami spit at him. Kill me if you want, I don't have much to live for anyways. Images of her sisters passed through her eyes, along with all the villagers. She knew if she died here, then they'd never be saved. Damn it. From the corner of her eye she saw a flash of black. Seconds later I appeared in front of the two. Hey Nami. So how about we make a deal? You hand me some of the treasure you're about to steal, and I handle this guy for you. Nami narrowed her eyes. Why the hell should I believe you? You're a pirate like he is, you might go back on your word. You have no other choice. I told her. Besides, if I wanted, I could easily kill you both and grab the treasure for myself. So what do you say? She gave in. Fine. I'll work with you just this once. The guy began to laugh. You think you can handle me just because you play at being a pirate? We're real pirates, you'd lose in an instant. Riyahaha. This guy is a fucking idiot. Look at the emblem on my shoulder, it's a skull and crossbones with a phantom-like appearance. The man famous for traveling through all four blues and his ability to seemingly appear anywhere. I'm nobody in the Grand Line, but out here I'm king. I transformed as my eyes changed to black. I checked my pockets for my poster, which read, Wanted dead or alive. Wraith Emperor J. Bounty, 25 million. The second the pirate saw that, he immediately began groveling in front of me. I'm sorry boss, I didn't mean to bother you. I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me go just this once. The guy was trembling. Asterisk, his bounty is 5 times that of Alvida's. I can't handle this guy asterisk. I laughed once more. So now you know. However, I can't let you off after you disrespected me. I gotta make sure you'll never be able to do it again. I put my hand to his head. The man began to cry, believing that he'd die today. Rest in the realm of darkness. I shouted as my energy started invading his head. Dominate. The man's eyes went blank before turning black like my own. What is it that you ask of me, boss? He asked. Stay by Alvida and train until you're her second-hand man. I then punched him, sending him flying out into the ocean. As you wish, boss. He shouted as he flew away, his eyes turning back to normal. I turned to Nami. Now about that treasure. I'll let you keep it. Not all pirates are bad. I vanished away, leaving her stunned in silence. Maybe he's right. There might just be good pirates out there. Haki isn't half bad. No, I can't start thinking that. I must collect the money asterisk. Nami ran into the ship in search of her treasure. Storage room. Whoa. Food. 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 Yes. Food. Luffy shouted as he jumped down and started looking around for something to eat. Eventually he decided on some apples, eating them whole. Kobe began talking about his past and how he got there, and eventually the attention turned to Kuragari. Who are you anyway? Luffy asked her. My name is Kuragari. My companion and I came to this ship on a mission of sorts, and after handling it he decided to stay for the party. My companion is a pirate looking for a captain, but only one that's willing to be king of the pirates. He sees himself as an emperor of sorts and says anything less than the king of the pirates is unworthy. I'm wondering what it is you do, Luffy. She asked, even though she knew the answer. Me. I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. Luffy said proudly. Kobe was shocked, his mouth hanging open. KK, king of the pirates? He stammered. Yep. Luffy said, bringing him and Kobe into a back and forth conversation. Are you serious? Yeah. Wait, you're a pirate, Luffy-san. Yep. What about your crew? Don't got one. I'm just about to look for one. Well, my companion and I would be happy to join. You can decide after you meet him. Kuragari said while Kobe was frozen with shock. KK, King of the Pirates, is the title given to the person who obtains everything in this world. That means seeking the great treasure of wealth, fame, and power, the One Piece. Kobe shouted. Yep. Back to one-on-one conversation. Yup. Pirates all over the world are after that treasure. Me too. No way. No way, no way, no way. Absolutely no way. There's no way you can stand at the apex of this great pirate era. No way. No way. Kobe said frantically, shaking his head till eventually he was hit. Why did you hit me? As a man. I must be prepared to die for my dream. If you can't do the same, you're not cut out to accomplish your dreams. Luffy told him. Hey. The hell is that supposed to mean? Women die for their dreams too. Kurogari shouted. Huh. Then how about as a true warrior? Luffy asked. Better. Kurogari replied as she quieted down. Die for my dreams. Kobe mumbled. I'll do it. I'll break out of here, become a strong marine and catch bad pirates like Alvida and her men. Kobe shouted. At that moment the ceiling came crashing down as wood fell all around them, nearly hitting Kurogari and Kobe as they jumped out of the way. You're going to catch who? Alvida shouted as she revealed herself from behind the dust. Huh, Kobe. Alvida stood menacingly over Kobe with her mace held in hand. All of a sudden from behind Luffy multiple swords stabbed through the wall attempting to catch him by surprise. Alvida looked at Luffy and Kurogari. Neither of you seem to be Zoro, the pirate hunter. Alvida said. Zoro? Luffy asked. Kurogari recognized the name. Asterisk Zoro? If I remember correctly, that's our crew's future swordsman according to Jay. I wonder how good he actually is asterisk. Kobe. Who's the most beautiful of all on these seas? Alvida shouted. Oh, of course that would be. Kobe started. Kurogari began laughing. It's definitely not you. I mean on a scale you're a 3 at best. I look better than you just waking up. Kurogari mocked. Who's this big chunky lady? Luffy asked. The Alvida pirate's jaws dropped to the floor. Alvida's gonna kill them, Kobe thought. Tick marks appeared on Alvida's face as she grew more frustrated. You damn brats! She shouted as she swung her mace down on them. Luffy dodged, jumping over to Kobe before picking him up and jumping through the roof. Kurogari was currently lost in thought. Asterisk, should I take her out now? No, Jay said to just watch the show, so maybe I should just watch them fight. But I want to have some fun too, maybe I'll just help take out the henchmen that just surrounded Luffy. Asterisk, Kurogari activated her partial transformation before using Spirit Step to reach Luffy, causing Alvida a period of brief confusion. Where'd she go? She just disappeared. Wait, it can't be, devil fruits are real. Coming to such a conclusion when all the weird shit that happened in this world could be explained by that one word. As soon as Kurogari appeared on deck, she saw Luffy being attacked from behind. Rushing forward, she parried the blade with her own before kicking the guy, sending him flying into the water. She noticed a massive group of people converging on them. 10 behind and 5 in front. Luffy, you handle those 5 and I'll handle the ones behind us. Luffy nodded, running forward to handle his group. The problem was that thanks to the new increase in strength of the East Blue Pirates, it wasn't easy to take on a large group of people. Right as Kurogari was getting overwhelmed, a flash of black-blue passed her, knocking 5 of the people off of her. Damn Kura, I always end up saving you, huh? She smiled. Oh, shut the hell up and let's deal with these grunts. As you wish, my queen. We turned facing back to back, letting our energy swirl around us in a mixture of yellow and black. You chose the wrong opponents. We shouted together. Hasn't your comrades ever told you, never fuck with the Wraith Empire? Time seemed to slow down as we drew all our energy back into us and vanished from sight. In a combination of punching and slashes, all the surrounding pirates were killed. Rate speed. We whispered as our assault stopped. As we turned, we saw Luffy finishing off his group with multiple rubber-like abilities. You 3 are incredible. How did you do all that? Kobe asked. We ate devil fruits. They give you a special ability in exchange for being able to swim. I'll tell you more about it when we have time. I told him. Devil fruits, huh? So they really do exist. Alvida started. You 3 are pretty skilled. Are you bounty hunters? She finished. She then caught me at the corner of her eyes. Oh. No, it seems you're pirates. Tell me, Wraith Emperor, what's a big name pirate like yourself doing out here in these waters? Surely you're able to handle the Grand Line by now. Is your crew here too weak? It's not my crew, Alvida. It's Luffy's, if he'll have us. How about you get your fat ass out of here before you end up dead like your crew? I threatened. Ha 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 ha. She bellowed. I admit you're stronger than I am, but if you think I'd run away like a coward, you're mistaken. I'm a true pirate. Though I guess I can let you off for now, Wraith Emperor, this kid though is all mine. She said, aiming her club at Luffy. I smiled. So be it. I'll let Luffy handle this one. Thanks for your understanding. Kobe. Who's the most beautiful woman on the sea? She shouted. Why, Yuri the most. He paused, remembering Luffy's words about dying for his dreams. I'm the most what? Alvida asked. TTT, the most ugly, cracked old hag ever. He shouted. Ha 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 ha. Luffy laughed. Well said, Kobe. He then threw back his fist. Gum gum pistol. He yelled, not wasting any time in sending Alvida flying. As she flew off, a wraith-like item fell to the floor. Taking a closer look, it was a rubber ball. But quite different. After leaving my hands, it would become spiked like Alvida's club. Asterisk, so this is what she meant by the item drop system. I like it. Asterisk. Iron spiked ball. Dropped upon the defeat of Iron Club Alvida. What was her level anyways? Right before she left the range of my Wraith world, I pulled up her stats. Iron Club Alvida, Pirate, level 10. A prideful pirate who is immune to feeling fear. Special abilities, none, though watch out for her immense strength provided by the weight she puts behind her swings. Damn, she was weak. The sound of cannonballs could be heard, but not a single one hit the ship. Ha 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 ha. You kids are entertaining. Go ahead and get out of here. I'll give these Marines a punishment for targeting a passenger ship. The Vice Admiral shouted. With cannonballs in his hands. Hey kid, you want to be a Marine, right? Come with me, I'll train you up. Kobe stared in amazement. He caught the cannonballs with his bare hands. The Vice Admiral laughed again. I may not be Garp, but I can handle East Blue artillery easily. Grab on. Kobe didn't even hesitate, running forward and grabbing the man's shirt. In the process, I slipped him a piece of paper holding my phone number. Bye guys. Kobe shouted with a smile on his face. Bye Kobe. We called back. Hey Kobe. I'll teach you about devil fruits later. Call me if you find a snail. I yelled. Kobe looked confused but nodded. The Vice Admiral rocketed off the ship over to the Marine vessels. I'll be seeing you kids at another time. Become kind and good pirates. As long as you do that, you won't find fault with me. I'll keep your identities a secret for now. Luffy immediately turned to us. You're looking for a crew, right? Well then, let's go find some more people. First a swordsman, then a musician. Luffy ran, jumping off the ship, landing in a boat with Nami, though he didn't know her. Let's go. Luffy shouted, laughing. The adventure begins now. New abilities. Kuragari. Light cage. After gathering the surrounding light in an area, she can set up physical constructs made of light, one of which is a cage. Yet after explaining the ability, I'm aware she's basically a lantern. It was completely unintentional, but I'll go with it. Writer vs. J. Damn, took you long enough to finish. Nice random ass ending that had nothing to do with the story. Writer, my bad, you know how it is, I just had to take a small break. And yeah, ending was new. I wanted Kobe to be trained differently. J. A small break. I was stuck here talking to Kojika in the same scene. She froze time and all for 2 whole weeks. I was stuck there until you started writing again. Fuck you. Kojika, what, you don't like talking to me? J, no I don't, I really don't. Kojika, fine, I'll stop helping you then, maybe Jason would appreciate my efforts. Jason, nah, I'm good. I already got a deal with Arya complaining that we were only shown in the first chapter. Seriously, when are we showing up again, you know, for like a fight or something? Writer, don't worry, I haven't forgot about you guys. You'll show up eventually, I promise. Jason, Jay, why the hell did you choose such a useless writer? Jay, honestly I don't know myself. Writer, shut the hell up. You guys are staying silent until the next chapter. Until then. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, subscribe to my channel for more fan fictions like this, and goodbye.